Some time ago, not too long actually, I was speaking with a friend of mine that came out to me to be Republican. Flat earther first. But when he said that, I kind of thought, this guy's a Republican. And he says, I want to convince you that the earth is flat. And I go, how's that? And he says, because you've sold encyclopedias. I've told him, he knows the story of my life. I mean, we're friends. You have known that Britannica, that's so seriously taken, has some charts and maps and information that was taken out of that encyclopedia in future dates of edition, in future editions. And I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter. This is not history. This is geography, and this is geometry, and this is so many things. Let me tell you something. With the technology we have today, you can have right now a friend in Nigeria, or a friend in Japan, in China, and you can be chatting with this person, and this person can show you how when it's day to you, it's night to them. It's so easy for that to be debunked today. And he said, because how are you going to think that the whole thing, everybody there is trying to deceive you? I mean, the whole world, when you go to a chat from another country that's kind of like opposed in geography to this world, and they, like Australia, let's say, they're gonna show you daytime, while for you it's night. You're not gonna believe it. Even in the same United States, you have this, when it's night in one place, it's still earlier in the other one. And he changed the subject. And then I realized one thing, that if we're going to start arguments by a tone of voice or voicing, saying, "Jeez, your thoughts are so dumb. Look, like, even if you don't say so, you have this attitude that said so." And I did it, and I think it was a mistake. I think at some point we're gonna have to kind of like go to their level and say, you know what, I thought that before. We're just not gonna tell them that before was probably when we were in grammar school. I thought that before, but then I thought this, and I've got this idea, and try to make them feel like we're at the level. Because why? And this is the why. This is very, very important. It's just too many of them not to take into accounting. I mean, even if this thing about the recounting goes to where I think it's gonna go, or if we get the football back in our hands in 2 years, regardless of that, we can't just say we've got the logic and the wisdom, and because of that we're to be heard, and they instead they don't have credibility. Therefore, because their argument doesn't have credibility, there must be just a few, and less. Maybe generationally, maybe. I mean, because people don't change that easy, and I can tell you one thing: if you tell them, "Gosh, she's flat Earth," come on, and then you start explaining, you're not gonna get any communication going. We're going to have to do this for a long time. For a long time. I mean, we're not Republicans. We don't say, "Hey, let's put them in a boat and disappear them." We don't go like that. We know they're Americans. These are not our enemies, and we're going to have to acknowledge that fact. Thank you.